Alright, this is part 2 to using the quick selection tool and saving a Photoshop image as a PNG file. In this tutorial, I'd like to show you how to insert a Photoshop image into another program such as PowerPoint. What you see here is just an idea that you can use for your advertising project. Inserting a picture, and after you've edited it in Photoshop, putting it inside a slide. And the technique I'm using here is called the picture it twice method, where I take the image and make sure it fills up a big part of the frame or the slide, and then making a copy and making it smaller and putting a message around the smaller image. So you've got this as your focal point to draw the viewer in, and then this is the second area of interest. All right, to do this, you go to the Insert menu and choose Picture. And I think I have mine on the desktop somewhere, and here it is. All right. So you notice in Photoshop we had taken out this area of the backgrounds. This area is transparent. Now I suppose we could have left it white. We could have inserted this as a JPEG and just remove the color or remove the background in PowerPoint, but not all programs can do that. So it is possible you could have done this just with a JPEG, but I think it's valuable to know that when you save an image as a PNG file, it'll save that transparent area. So this area is transparent. All right. Now to match how it looks down here in that second slide example here, first thing I'm going to do is slide it over and hold down my Shift key, maybe resize it a little bit, something like that. I just want that to take a good part of the frame or the slide. And that's a mistake that I see myself making sometimes, is I don't make images take a bigger part of the frame. Just like in photography, when we were talking about filling the frame, in a way you should do that with slides and PowerPoint slideshows as well. You want to have a focal point, a subject that captures the most interest, visual attention, and so make it fill the frame and put any text or subpoints off to the side and smaller, so that's the second area of interest. All right, I'm going to move that just a little back this way, and then I'm going to go to color up here, and I'm going to try to find a color that blends with the background. I think this one does pretty well. All right, so I've got that part done. So it's filling up a lot of the frame. I took the color out because I want some of the attention brought down to the second part. Now, I obviously should have made a copy of this, but I could insert that image in again. I could have gone copy paste and put a second image in and made it smaller, or I can insert it again. So I guess I'll have to. And put it in again. Insert. All right, I'm going to make this one much smaller. So this is the picture it twice technique. It's used by a lot of graphic designers or people who make advertisements. It shows repetition. You can make this look like a neat effect. Mine has a lot of work to do to make it pleasing. I'm not sure if I like the placement here, but I'm going to go with it for now. I'm going to create a text a box or a shape. So I'm going to go to Insert, Shape, and something like that down here. Okay, so that'll be my second area of interest. I need to format that, send that backward, and so on. And then I could probably align this a little bit better, something like that. And then I could put a message in here. Now, I don't always like using boxes to grab the eye's attention, but it is a simple way to draw the viewer to look over here. As you can see in my example here, I created a text shape or box around my text. I have a little slogan to go with the product. Zauer is what one of the groups is using as the name of their product, and a little slogan here. So this is something you could maybe modify or take this idea and run with it a little bit differently. So that's the picture it twice technique. And this was all made possible by selecting part of our image in Photoshop, saving it as a PNG, bringing it in here, adjusting it some more using the picture tools available in PowerPoint. So think about using the picture it twice technique for your advertising assignment.